I spy such a good little boy in the back of that car. Oh, now I'm super zoomed in. Oops. Let me just get you at a better angle. There we go. Well, good morning. You're squint, but it's okay. Yes, I'm in the same position as I ended my last vlog, but I'm not in the same location. So I'm down at Portobello this morning to meet my friend Taylor. We're going to go for some breakfast and just have a lovely, wholesome Saturday morning. And it is feeling very autumnal. It is 10 degrees. I have obviously all the goodness on my body. I'm going to get some coffee and maybe some like avocado on toast or something like that. Basic bitch. So that is the plan for today. I actually, on the way here, oh, something just fell out my pocket. Just received a text from Miller Homes. So once again, we're starting a vlog with a home update, which we love. Hello from Miller Homes. Your home is now complete. Whoop whoop! And almost ready for you to move in. We'll be in touch to arrange your demonstration meeting. So basically, everything's done. So now we just have to have our meeting where they show us around the site, talk to us about like the street, so where lampposts will be and plants and bushes and all that sort of stuff, and show us like all the appliances and talk us through the garden and all that stuff. So that's super exciting. So everything is on track and ready to go. And tomorrow we are actually heading to our house. We have been pestering Miller Homes for weeks because we've obviously only been in the house once. We bought it off plan, so we don't really know much about how it looks. We bought it when it was at a stage where they had already picked some finishings like the kitchen, so we don't know what that looks like. We had to pick our tiles on a whim, on a hangover, with no warning. So honestly, I don't think all the bathrooms are going to match in terms of floor and wall tiles, so I'm kind of intrigued to see what decisions we made on that front. And we also just want to measure up and see if our current furniture fits, measure up for new furniture, measure up for blinds and all that stuff. So we are going there tomorrow, so I might take you along and do a little sneak peek. I know a lot of people on YouTube do like empty home tours, which I do quite like watching, but I'm not sure. I feel like before I show anything I want it to look nice, whereas it's literally going to be like white walls, no furniture. It's probably going to be really echoey and look abandoned. But if you'd like to see an empty home tour, let me know. Otherwise we can wait until it's furnished, which will probably be in 6 months time because we will have no money to buy furniture. So anywho, on that note, I'm going to go meet my friend and have a good old catch up. Good morning, Mr. Dogs. Scrummy, egg Benny. There's a wasp on yours! Go away! Good morning, it is Sunday. We are in the car. Darren's just nipped into the shops to get some juice and coffee. We are on our way to our new house. We're on our way to see everything. Hopefully everything's uncovered. Last time we went in, none of the flooring was there, so all the tiles in the kitchen and finishes and that were all covered with plastic sheets. So we're hoping that today we'll be able to get to see everything. We have been up early today. It is Sunday, as I say, so the F1 was on and it was in Japan, so we had to get up at 6 AM to watch it, and our man won! And he didn't just win the race. The way the points work and how many races are left, etc, etc, it means that he has actually won the championship, so I'm really glad we got up that early to watch it. So that was a nice way to start the day, and yeah, now we're just gonna check out the house. So it is a couple of days later, and this was not the footage I thought I would be inserting into the previous clip. Obviously we were so excited to get to our house and see everything and whatnot. It didn't turn out so great, and I'll briefly tell you why. So obviously we had got the text, I think I'd read it out when I received it on the vlog, from Miller Homes to say that everything was complete, your house was now complete, and it'll just be a case of having our site meeting to go through everything. So silly us thought that that text meant that everything was complete. So we opened the door, we were excited to like see the flooring and everything complete. Nothing had been finished. I say nothing, most of the floor. The floor throughout the house had not been finished, no carpet was down, nothing. So we were kind of like, that was cool. So we were kind of like, oh right, okay, we're due to move in 2 weeks, should we be concerned? So anyway, we continued to walk around the house and just check things out, obviously check out the bathrooms and stuff. I think it's fair to say we hate 3 out of the 4 bathrooms. Obviously we picked the tiles, so we only have ourselves to blame really, but one, the selection we had to choose from was very, very minimal. The range of finishes in terms of like half height, full height, basic standard is not really that great. So long story short, we kind of want to rip out definitely the downstairs bathroom because that will be getting used mostly, like especially when we have guests come round. It just kind of all looks a bit kind of like a caravan type of tile. I don't really know what we're thinking. The only one that we kind of do like is our ensuite, which is just marble floor, marble walls. But tons of the finishing that have been done by Miller, we are really not happy with. Like, as I mentioned, marble in the ensuite, so it's white on white, and they've done like a combination of light grey grout and dark grey silicone, so it just looks weird. Obviously the skirting boards are white. We've looked around this house, which is in Miller Home, all the silicone is white and it just looks so much better everywhere. So we're like, why have they chosen to use horrible grey silicone grout? So we brought this up with the sales rep. She's going to feed that back to the site team and see if they can change that. There was also things like in the downstairs toilet, it's like the plumbing has been brought in the wrong position and you can see all the pipes behind the sink, whereas here we have the same type of bathroom and they are kind of offset, so they all run flush behind like the base of the sink. So we walked in and they've basically just put like an MDF cardboard placeholder to hide the pipe. So I brought that up with the sales rep again and she's like, oh no, don't worry, we'll paint that white. I'm like, so we're still going to have a makeshift MDF wood box covering plumbing. I was like, no way, Jose, this house is way too expensive to be having makeshift cardboard boxes just like hiding stuff because you've brought it in incorrectly. And like some of the piping in the utility room is on show, like copper piping. So we just like brought all this up with the sales rep just to make sure that it'll get changed, because they still have their internal snagging to do. So like the letterbox was hanging off the door, some of like the kitchen doors had been bashed at the side, just things like that. I mean, this should be to perfection. It's brand new, like a premium house. It should be to perfection, and I mean that's what you pay for. So yeah, fair to say we'll be going through with a fine tooth comb when we do move in and be making sure that they come in to fix everything. So we were pretty underwhelmed with a lot of things, even just like the painting around some of like the chrome edging in the bathrooms is just really shabby. So yeah, we're not happy with quite a lot of things. So that is the update with the house. We are still on track to move, which should be 2 weeks tomorrow, and supposedly all the missives for this house purchase has not been concluded. So I'm not really sure what's going on. We need some updates from people, but they don't get back to you very quickly. So getting a little bit on the stressy side, but hopefully it all works out, just because like the mortgage rates and interest rates and all that sort of stuff just now is just a bit mad. So we're hoping and praying that the people buying this house and the people buying their home, nobody's pulling out, we're all still very much going ahead. So we'll just have to wait and see. So speaking of moving, I am mortified at the state of this house. I am going to show you because I think there'll be nothing more satisfying than a time lapse of tidying this messy home. We are in the midst of obviously packing up everything. Darren has thought it would be a great idea to wash his entire wardrobe before moving. I will not be doing that. That's just an extra task that is unnecessary, but he thinks it's a great idea. So there's washing absolutely everywhere in this house. He has went away to Florence this morning for the football, so it's just me riding solo. I hope he doesn't watch this, but he's left the house in an absolute pigsty state of a mess. So I am going to fix it. And he is like packing away things that I'm needing. Like I was trying to make dinner last night, couldn't find a sieve, couldn't find a measuring jug, couldn't find the potato masher. I'm like, can you hang on, because we still need to live our lives. So yeah, I'm just going to like change the bed sheets, tidy up the kitchen, put the washing away. There's like boxes of stuff I'm going to like put together and just try and like put the mess in one place so it's less like a bomb has exploded. I'm also going to start moving some of my clothes to my mum's, so I've packaged up some of them, and I'll show you how I've done that because I think I've been quite clever in my ways of packing up my clothes. So I'm going to start putting them in the car and transport them to my mum's, just so it's less to like manoeuvre on the day. So with that being said, shall we cue the time lapse? Actually, let me just show you how messy this house is. So this is our sink, dishwasher. This is where it starts to get crazy. Just washing, boxes, washing. Oh, the hall, there's just boxes and boxes everywhere. We've started to take down all our frames and I feel really sorry for the people that are buying this house. I had like a nice little collage wall going on here, and sorry in advance to the people buying this house. So yeah, it is just like a bit of a mess and chaos in here. So I am going to try and salvage this space and make it a little bit more presentable. Literally, is there anything worse than a white washing and having to pair a zillion white socks? Lord, help me. Well, I've spent the majority of today absolutely gutting this house, going through everything, binning things, packing things, cleaning things, changing sheets, washing bunkers, you name it, I have done it and I am tired. So now everything's clean, I have lit the candle, I'm having a snuggle on the couch with Cole, and I'm just going to relax for the rest of the night and then tomorrow do it all over again. Cole, where are you? I'm not even showing you Mr. Cole, he's had his hair cut. Here he comes, and he looks so cute. Oh, that was a weird bark. Go show them your haircut. Look how handsome he is. Hello, everybody. He literally looks like a puppy once he's had his hair cut, and it looks like he's lost about 2 stone in weight because he was so fluffy before. Go. There you are. Oh. next day and we're still going, people. I have spent hours and hours, weeks, boxing up my stuff, organising stuff, getting rid of stuff, and it literally looks like I've not touched anything. I don't know where all these clothes are coming from. Like, I don't really wear hoodies or jumpers, but I have a whole box filled of them. About 40 jumpers. Like hoodies. Where did they come from? I don't think I bought them, but they're here and I'm having to pack them up. So it's taking, honestly, ages. So the progress so far, let me show you. Also, just excuse the mess of everything. It's obviously insane. So this cupboard is now empty. This was all jumpers and stuff. This was just nonsense. This was like all my pyjamas and silky stuff hung up. So I've kept out some just while we're still living here. And this is all stuff that I have up for sale. So I'm not packing that stuff away. These drawers are emptied. This is just the bedding and cushions, which I need to do. Here's Cole chilling on the freshly cleaned duvet. Good job you've been groomed, otherwise I'd be shouting at you to get off. Sorry, no time for cuddles today, mister. So what I also done was I cleaned this whole bathroom, took away, oh my god, hear the echo, took away all the accessories, the bath caddy, the soaps, the towels, took away everything, packed it away and cleaned so this room can be moved out of, so we can just not use this. I also went through here. This was all bed linen and towels and like my table decoration stuff and tablecloths and all that sort of stuff. I just binned it all. I've kept towels obviously because we're still here. Yeah, I just binned it. I just couldn't face going through it, so I've binned it. So this is my wardrobe, which I've spent hours going through, yet it is still so full. I don't know what is going on here. So in here I've got rid of everything that was up here. This was like swimwear, caftans, all my Christmas jumpers, hats, scarves, gloves are all up here. So they're all packed in a way. This was coats, but they're all here. I just need to pack all this. I'm not going to wear any of this, so I'm going to pack all this, and all stuff down here is pretty much gone. Just Darren's skiing boots and helmet, he can deal with that. And as for this, I kept out the essentials, but I think I've kept too much. We only have 2 weeks left, so I think I'll pack away everything except this bag, because I'm going to keep that out with stuff that I need for when we're moving. Keep out, literally I don't need any heels, I'll keep out some boots, and that's it really. What my plan is now is I'm going to go through all my clothes, pick out all the clothes that I'm going to wear for the next 2 weeks, including pyjamas and gym wear, and pack the rest. So that's what I'll start to do here. So I've got my shirt, and then in here I've packed away, I've kept out some jumpers for the gym, I've kept out lots of old t-shirts, as I imagine I'll be wanting to be in comfy stuff when we move. And this is such a mess because I've not been putting it away properly, obviously because we're leaving. So I need to go through this, pick out some gym wear, pack the rest, and same with this other messy drawer. Yeah, I promise my drawers are immaculate, OCD clean 90% of the time, but I've given up the past few weeks, so everything is just crammed in, and I'm going to go through it all, as I say, pick out what I need for the next 2 weeks, pack the rest. this week has definitely been a week of scrape back, hair in a bun type of weeks. I feel like I've been all over the place with this vlog just because I've been packing and not really doing much else really, packing and working and cleaning, so it's been a little bit jumpy, so I do apologise. It's now Friday, so I've had the whole week, and do you know when you just have one of those days where you just feel a little bit kind of anxious? I feel like today's one of those days. I think it's just a mixture of trying to pack up is a bit overwhelming, and Darren's obviously away to Florence, so I'm alone, so I'm dealing with all this stuff, and I've had the mortgage people phoning me and Miller's phoning me and like the solicitors phoning me, and I have no clue about any of the stuff that they're asking me, and I just wish Darren was here to help me. So I just feel a little bit lost. I feel like I need a drink actually. Yeah, I just feel a little bit anxious and a little bit worried today, and RPC is really quiet this week, which is really worrying, but I know it's fine because it's been really busy up until now, so a quiet week is probably needed, and I should just embrace that it's quiet for a few days. But that just makes me even more anxious because I'm like, this was a bad decision to like quit my job and do RPC, but then I always feel like that, and then it always ends up being more than okay. So I don't know, I'm just feeling anxious today. As I say, it's Friday, which is a little bit concerning because the missives for this house are still not concluded, and we are less than 2 weeks to go until we move, so that is a bit concerning. And obviously nothing will happen over the weekend, and Miller Homes stop working on Monday and they're back on Thursday, which will be 1 week until our moving day, so it's all just a little bit too last minute for my liking. I think we'll know by now that I am an organised OCD person, even though my drawers didn't look like it yesterday. I am. So not knowing and feeling a little bit out of the loop is concerning me a little bit, but we're still moving, progressing with packing and just planning it as if we are moving in 2 weeks time. But just with the way of the world right now, I am just getting a little bit stressy that maybe someone along the chain of the house sales have pulled out or haven't got their mortgage or something of that nature, which kind of stresses me out a little bit. So yeah, just kind of have to hope and pray that all goes well. Obviously I'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening. And also I haven't mentioned is the weekend that we get our keys and move in, we actually both have the rugby, so we will be preoccupied, drunk and hungover all in the same weekend of moving, so that should be fun. That weekend will also be RPC's first birthday, officially being self-employed. So since I quit my job, I think it's since I handed in my notice, it will be 1 year to the date, so I feel like celebrating that a little bit, just probably buy a little glass of champagne in the house and maybe get myself a little cupcake and blow out the candle. I will be celebrating over on RPC's Instagram, so I'll leave that link below, and if you are a engaged couple, then check it out, because I'll be doing I'll be doing a giveaway, and I'll also be doing anyone who books over the coming weeks will receive £150 credit to put towards a stationery, so it is a good chunk of money to save, and we all love to save our pennies right now with the way of the world. So yeah, check that out if you're a couple. I also actually have to, this will be 2 weeks since my haul went live, but because I've been recording these in advance, I have noticed a massive influx in that haul video in terms of views and subscribers. I don't know what happened. I think just because it's like a haul, people like to see clothes, but yeah, thank you everyone who watched and subscribed after seeing that video. It's like the most views I'd ever got on a video. I think it's over 6,000 views now, so I know it's a small amount compared to the vloggers that get tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views, but for me, I'm very happy with that, so thank you. And if you do like these videos, obviously subscribe and like, because it means so much, and just lets me know what type of videos that everyone does like watching. We've washed our hair Oh, I'm quite dark here. Yeah, we've washed our hair. It's no longer in the slick back bun, which I have been living in for the past 2 weeks. You'll be happy to know I look a little bit more presentable today. I've decided to just get out the house and work from the local Starbucks because I find I'm more productive there and I just need out of that house. It's been driving me insane being in that house trying to work and pack and everything, so I thought I'd get myself together and work outside. So yeah, with that being said, a little house update. It's now been a couple of days. Again, I feel like I've been vlogging, having a couple of days off because I've been really panicky. Coming back vlogging, so it's been all over the place. But yeah, it's now Tuesday. Still no updates. Radio silence from everyone. And if no one contacts me, I am going to find these people, find where they live, turn up at their house and ask them if they are buying this house, because we really need to get the show on the road. Miller Homes have been nagging me like you would not believe, and rightly so. They need to know, as do we, so they have now stepped in and they are phoning all the solicitors to try and get an answer. What is wrong with people? Why can't people just like phone you back? So yeah, that is what's going on there. I do feel a lot better since picking up Darren. Picked him up on Saturday. By the way, £4 to pick up someone in the airport, that's an absolute con. I couldn't believe it. I literally just swung in, he was already there, he jumped in and I went out. I literally could not have been longer than a minute and it cost me £4. Shocking. Anyway, picked him up, so I do feel better having him now at home, and I just don't sleep when he's not there. Like, I really don't sleep when he's not there. So when we got into bed, I put my earplugs in and I knew he was there and I just slept like a little baby. It was so delightful. So yeah, it was lovely to have him back and we can now just start chatting all things house, and both of us feel a bit better about things internally in the house and all the things that I'd mentioned that we weren't liking and we were very underwhelmed, but we've decided we have to work with it. We just have to roll with what we've got and make it our home. So I have been very intensely mood boarding, paint picking, we've got fence samples sent to the house, Pinterest, inspo looking. I haven't been doing it all, and I have a good little vision in my head of things that I'm wanting to get done. So I think we're just going to straight up get cracking with that when we get in, because we were going to hold off. We were going to move in, live in it for a while, do the garden and slowly start to decorate, but I think we're going to pretty much get the downstairs done because it's what people are going to see. So yeah, we've made that decision, which does make me feel a lot better. I feel much more at peace with the house, at one with the home. But yeah, the whole thing is just a bit stressy and I just want to be in now. I feel very just on edge being in the house that we're in right now because literally I have no clothes out anymore. They're all packed away. I am living in the same pieces in rotation, and yeah, there's just, I just want out there. I just want out there and in my new home, which will hopefully be very, very, very soon. So anyway, as I say, I'm out the house. I'm going to go work at Starbucks, decompress, and just like I'd said, things did pick up with RPC. I had 2 days of quietness and then loads of stuff came flooding in, so I just get myself worked up for no reason, really. We all do it, don't we? So anyway, I'm going to end this itty bitty all over the place vlog here, and I will see you in the next one. Hopefully next time we speak I am moving in the house. I mean, it should be. If it's not next week, it'll be the week after. But I definitely am going to share with you all my interior inspo, my mood boards, my ideas. I've found quite a good few home, like furniture sites. So yeah, I'll share the whole process with you, the good, bad and the ugly. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and I will see you all in the next one.